Why do people in one small corner of the world stay strong, independent, and live past 90, while millions elsewhere spend their final years struggling to do things they once did without thinking? What is it that people in Japan know that most of us don't? Maybe you haven't said it out loud, but the thought has been there. A quiet worry about what the next 10 years might look like. Whether you'll still be able to do the things that make your life feel like yours. You'll know the answer today. In this video, you'll learn 6 of the most powerful 1-minute movements from Japan's legendary daily exercise ritual. Every morning at exactly 6:30 a.m., something happens across Japan that most of the world never sees. Parks fill up, neighborhoods come alive, children, parents, and grandparents stand side by side. And then without a coach, they start moving. Together. It's been happening every single morning since 1928, and it's one of the quiet reasons Japan became the longest living nation on Earth. Let's travel back in time, to Japan in the 1920s. Life expectancy was 42. The country was struggling. The government was desperate for answers. The solution came from America, of all places. They borrowed a strange little idea from an American insurance company that was broadcasting short exercise routines on the radio just to keep their policyholders alive longer. The Japanese thought, what if we did this for an entire nation? In 1928, they did, and it worked. Today, that practice, Radio Taiso, is practiced regularly by over 27 million Japanese people. That's nearly 20% of the entire country. To put that number into perspective, that's nearly the population of Texas. Imagine the entire population of Texas doing the same gentle routine every single morning. The authors of Ikigai, a book about Japanese longevity, spent time interviewing over 100 of the oldest people in Okinawa. This is the region with one of the highest concentrations of centenarians in the world. When those elders were asked about their daily habits, nearly every single one of them described the same simple routine. Not a diet, not a supplement. A short, consistent, daily ritual of movement. And research backs this up. A 2024 study followed a group of frail older adults doing Radio Taiso at home for just 12 weeks. At the end of those 12 weeks, they showed real improvements in balance, agility, and aerobic endurance. In fact, 94% of participants stuck with the program, not because it was hard to quit, but because it was easy to keep going. That's the whole point. Radio Taiso has 13 movements in total. Today, we're focusing on the 6 that are especially powerful for anyone over 60. These movements are very easy and will take less than a minute. Start slowly and use a wall or chair for support whenever you need it. Let's go. Number 1, arm and back stretch. This is the first thing 27 million people do every single morning in Japan. And when you see it, your first reaction will be, that's it? That's because it's just that simple. But that's exactly the point. Your spine and shoulders are the 2 areas that stiffen most overnight as we age. Every night, the muscles along your back compress under the weight of hours in one position. This movement will reverse that in seconds. Stand comfortably, feet shoulder width apart. Reach both arms overhead, palms facing forward. Gently lift your chest toward the ceiling. Let your back open up. Hold for 2 seconds, then slowly lower your arms. Repeat 3 times, slowly and with control. Research on spinal mobility in older adults shows that consistent daily stretching of the thoracic spine can reduce morning stiffness and improve your posture over time. And better posture means better balance, which directly affects your independence. You don't even have to get out of bed first. Sitting on the edge of the mattress, arms reaching up, works just as well. 30 seconds before your day begins. Number 2, chest opener. Years of sitting, driving, looking at screens. Think about your posture while sitting or standing for the last hour, or the last year, or the last decade. Most of us have been slowly, quietly folding forward, and we're not even noticing it. This movement starts undoing it. This movement targets your chest, upper back, and the muscles around your neck and shoulders. This is the forward head posture zone, and for most adults over 60, it's where tension quietly builds for years. Here's how to do it. Stand tall, arms relaxed at your sides. Slowly sweep both arms open and back, like you're opening a pair of wings. Let your shoulder blades draw together as your chest lifts and opens. Take a slow breath in as you open and breathe out as you return. Repeat 4 to 5 times slowly and steadily. A 2019 study found that regular chest opening exercises significantly reduced forward head posture in older adults and improved respiratory function at the same time. When your chest is open, you breathe deeper. When you breathe deeper, your energy and mood follow. Pair this with a slow, deliberate inhale every time you open your arms. Your lungs will thank you. If you're finding this video helpful, please take a second to like this video and subscribe. We're building a strong and active community for adults over 60 right here, and your presence truly makes a difference. Also, drop a comment below and tell us where in the world you're watching from. We'd love to know. Number 3, side bend. Here's something most people don't realize. As we get older, we almost completely stop moving our spine sideways. Not because something goes wrong, simply because nothing in daily life asks us to anymore. And the body loses what it doesn't use. And that's exactly why you need to do this movement. The side bend targets your lateral core, that is, the muscles running down both sides of your torso. These are the stabilizers that protect your lower back and keep you steady when you step off a curb, reach across a table, or turn around quickly. Here's how to do it. Stand tall, feet shoulder width apart. Reach one arm up and over your head, leaning gently to the opposite side. Keep your hips square and still. The movement should come entirely from your waist. Hold for 2 seconds, then switch sides. Repeat 3 times on each side. Lateral spinal flexibility is closely linked to fall prevention. Studies on functional fitness in older adults consistently show that people with greater lateral trunk mobility have better balance and reaction time. This is the kind of movement your body quietly loses if you stop doing it. Keep your hips level and your feet planted. If you feel a gentle pull along your side, you're doing it right. Number 4, standing spinal twist. When did you last turn to look over your shoulder and feel nothing? No stiffness, no pain, just easy rotation. In fact, turn your head and look over your shoulder now. That didn't feel as easy as it used to, right? Well, this is for you. This movement targets your thoracic spine and the oblique muscles, which is your body's rotation system. This is what lets you look behind you while driving, reach for something across the room, or turn to talk to someone beside you. How to do it: stand with feet shoulder width apart, arms relaxed at your sides or lightly crossed over your chest. Slowly rotate your upper body to the right, letting your arms swing gently with the movement, then rotate to the left. Keep your hips facing forward throughout. Let the movement be fluid and relaxed, not forced. Repeat 6 to 8 times. Spinal rotation reduces significantly with age when it isn't regularly practiced. A study in Age and Aging found that rotational trunk mobility is a key predictor of functional independence in adults over 65. In simpler terms, when you can turn easily, life is easier. Honestly, you can even do this movement while brushing your teeth. It takes seconds and fits into any part of your day. Number 5, knee bend with arm lifts. Strong legs aren't just for athletes. They're what keep you getting up from a chair without thinking twice or using your arms, walking up a flight of stairs without bracing the railing, carrying your own groceries without thinking twice about it. They're what keep you independent. These things don't stay easy on their own, but they don't have to get harder either. Your quadriceps, glutes, and hips are the foundation muscles your body relies on for standing, walking, and climbing stairs. These are also the muscles that weaken fastest after 50 when they're not regularly used, and that loss is directly connected to fall risk. Here's how to do this movement. Stand behind a chair, hands lightly resting on the back for support if needed. Slowly bend your knees into a gentle squat. Only go as low as is comfortable while lifting both arms forward to shoulder height. Hold for 2 seconds at the bottom, then slowly stand back up and lower your arms. Repeat 8 times. The chair stand test essentially measures over 30 seconds and is one of the most widely used clinical assessments of fall risk and functional fitness in older adults. Research consistently shows that stronger leg function can lead to longer independent living. So, use the chair back for balance when you start. There's no shame in smart support. Over the coming weeks, you may find you need it less and less. Number 6, Deep breath with full body stretch. The Japanese figured something out a long time ago that Western fitness culture is only recently catching up to. It's this: how you finish matters just as much as what you do. Every Radio Taiso session ends the same way, with a breath, a reset. And this number 6 movement is the reason the whole practice feels different from ordinary exercise. It targets the diaphragm, the full length of the spine, and the nervous system itself. This is the movement that brings everything else together. Here's how to do it. Stand tall, feet together or slightly apart. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, and as you do that, sweep both arms wide and up overhead, reaching as high as feels comfortable. Hold for 1 second at the top. Then breathe out slowly through your mouth as you lower your arms back to your sides. Do this twice, slowly. Let it be the quietest part of your day. Breathing in deeply through your diaphragm has been shown to lower cortisol and stress levels, improve oxygen circulation, and activate the body's relaxation and recovery system. A study found that just a few minutes of slow, controlled breathing significantly reduced stress markers in healthy adults. When you pair that with a full body stretch, you're actively resetting your nervous system. This movement tells your entire system that you've moved, you've cared for yourself, and now you're ready for the day. That has real measurable effects on mood, energy, and how your body recovers day to day. Even on days when you skip everything else, skip the other 5 if you have to, but do this one. 30 seconds. Breathe in, reach up, breathe out. That's enough to begin. Japan didn't become the world's longest living nation by accident. It happened one morning at a time, one person at a time, one small, consistent movement at a time. You don't need a gym, you don't need an hour, you just need to start tomorrow morning. Pick one of these movements and try it tomorrow morning. Your future self, the one still walking, still strong, still independent at 80, will be glad you did. If you enjoyed this video, tap the like button and subscribe for more evidence-based health content made for you. Your health and well-being are our mission. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.